Hello and welcome to the 58th episode of Williams Whiteboard. As I always do, I'd like to take a quick moment just to say thank you to all of you that have come by, watched the videos, left comments, likes, and shares. I really appreciate the shares. So on today's 58th episode, I want to talk about the concept of elevating the core. So this past week, I had the honor of teaching a services contracts for CORs class. It was an amazing course, 3 days long, and we really had time to dive in and talk about service contracts from a standpoint of the COR and the contracting officer's representative, and talk about the role, responsibility, and the activity that's required to effectively manage and execute service contracts. And there was a big question that came to me at the end of day 2. I was like, I wonder what is the greatest ROI for the acquisition system? What is the thing that if we could truly deploy it and be serious about it would have the greatest return, could move the needle, to have this most significant return on investment in the acquisition system? And about day 2 of that core class, it came to me. I believe it is elevating the core, the role, responsibility, and the stature of the contracting officer's representative in the acquisition system. Let me share why I think that, okay? On the pre-award side, we have been focused on innovation, automation, enhanced requirements, and personnel in terms of the numbers. Okay? We've been doing a lot of work on the pre-award side. Fortunately or unfortunately, depending on where you sit, this is the sexy stuff. Okay? This pre-award activity, this is the sexy stuff. What I have learned over my career is that the work happens post-award. That's really where this is where all the activity really starts showing up, and where the actual use of talent, individuals, talent, energy creates the greatest ROI. The role that, in my opinion, is one of the most important, if not the important, in the post-award side is the contracting officer's representative. The eyes and ears for the CO that is closest to the program, closest to the work being done by the contractor, that allows for effective oversight, effective communications, okay, effective compliance, and attention to the performance. Okay. These are the activities that, if we could elevate the role, stature, and skill sets of the CORs, this is where the ROI, the enhanced ROI, lives. I believe while the pre-award activity is important, okay, and we've been making huge investments on the pre-awards, on the sexy stuff, the things that people get awards for and certificates for and get their names written up, all the sexy stuff. This is where we've been making investments. I believe now the investments need to be shifted to this post-award activity and elevating the role of the COR so that we can receive all of the work and the performance, and most importantly, my favorite word, desired outcomes, there's a greater ROI by these activities than by these activities, in my opinion. It's nice and it's sexy and it's important, but this is where the work is happening. This is Williams Whiteboard, and this is the concept of elevating the core, putting the time, the energy, the resources into this community so that these desired outcomes have a greater chance of being realized. Give me some thoughts and comments on this concept. Maybe there are some other activities, okay, some other groups and phases of activity that need to occur to make sure that we get more desired outcomes, because this is where, after contract award, this is where all the work starts happening. Thank you so very much for your time. And as I always say, when you're chewing on a problem and you don't know what to do, grab a whiteboard and a couple markers and get after it. Don't forget, elevate your core. All the best. Be well.